Everyone's Jason Katzen back here with John Cow. And you'll remember that perhaps about 3 weeks ago, I did a live example on the blog here of somebody who asked for help and they wanted to know, how I could help them with their blog. And sadly, I put a lot of effort into that, and the person got offended, it seemed, by the suggestions and actually turfed the site and gave up on internet marketing. So, needless to say, I lost a little bit of hope in wanting to do this anymore, but I had somebody else approach me that said they really need some help. And I took a look at their blog and realized, yeah, they need a lot of help. So I'm going to do this again, but I have the person who has assured me that she is going to listen and do whatever it takes with the suggestions I give. So this is very much a win-win for everyone. I get to have some great content for John Cow. The owner of this site agrees to have everything exposed, and you guys get to look and learn and hopefully pick some things up. Now, I'm going to do this over a series, and it's going to be dependent on how quickly Stephanie, who's the owner of this site, can actually get things accomplished. And so at the end of the videos, I'm going to have some checklist items of this to do. And at the end, Stephanie, if you're able to get everything done, I'm going to award you with a free membership to the Web2 Mayhem. Now, the very first thing I'm going to ask you is to tell me clearly what is the purpose of your blog. I'll be honest, when I look at this, the first thing that comes to mind is a spam blog. I don't understand what its purpose is. I come on here and I see the Beauty and Wellness Detective, discover what's missing. I see absolutely no pictures at all. And I just see links for various topics. I see internet marketing, which I'm wondering what has to do with beauty and wellness. And then acne, okay, that's got to do with beauty and wellness. But then home MLM business. And what gets me the most is, well, there's 2 links and that's it. And then I click on here and I'm hoping that there'll be a whole bunch of content, but it's not. It looks like a spam blog. It's offering no value. People aren't going to come here and say, oh, okay, this looks like I'm going to read this. No, they're going to look at this and say, oh, spam blog. So you've got to understand the first thing you want to know is what is the purpose for your business with your blog? And you got to answer that truthfully. Do not for a second say, oh, I'm just going to offer free stuff and everyone's going to love me. No. If you just focus on freebies, you're going to be bankrupt because you need to have a purpose for the money. You need to understand what's your goal. Is it to sell products? Is it to offer affiliate products? Is it to capture leads? And in reality, it should be everything, but I'm seeing nothing here. You want to be capturing leads. You want to be offering products, and you want to create products of your own. But if you don't even understand that, what I recommend you do is clearly define that for yourself. So before we do anything here, you're going to tell me exactly what the purpose of this blog is. And I recommend you focus mainly on one item. So like I said, you could sell your own product. I don't know if you have a product. You can sell your own services. Maybe there's a service you have that could be the main goal of this. It could be just for capturing leads for offering affiliate products or something like that. Pick a main goal, which is going to be your top level goal. Now, for example, if we'll just look at John Cow. The main goal on this site is lead capture. That's 100%. That's why I offer a lot of free reviews, a lot of free information, I say, because I want people to, I want to capture leads. And I've been able to capture over almost, well, this is RSS readers, but overall with unsubscribers and everything, I've got over 35, probably closer to 40,000 people that have opted in to download the ebook. My goal here is lead capture. But I also promote other products, do sponsor ads. Those are minor goals. My main purpose of this site is lead capture. Now, if you look at this site, which is another one I built, its main purpose was to get people to opt in to the Magic Bullet system. My one goal was offer free information that all promotes and pushes them to go to this website. So there's a clear goal for both of these sites. Now that does not mean, for example, on this site, I'm not going to offer other information and other things to try to make money, or I might even eventually put AdSense and things like that on here. But its main purpose was to get people to opt into Amish's Magic Bullet system. The main purpose here was to get people to opt in to capture leads. So you need to understand what is your main primary goal. The second thing is, who is your target audience? You need to know this. Is it internet marketers? Because I don't understand why you have that here. Is it people with acne? Is it home business? I mean, you can sit there and say, I want to have the best general beauty and wellness blog on the market. You're really asking for trouble, because you're going to have people from all sorts of places come here, think, oh, this looks like an interesting blog. Then the next day you post something about MLM that might offend them, because they might have had a bad experience in the past with, say, Amway. And not that Amway is a bad product or anything, but you never know. And so what's going to happen is this person's going to sit there, oh, I thought she was giving good products, good reviews of health things here, and now she's like trying to get me in a pyramid scheme. You've got to understand, who is your demographic. Is it mainly male or female? Because it's going to matter on the tone. It's going to matter on the images that you put on the site. What are the age? What are the main health concerns? If you had a perfect client, who is that? Who is the perfect person you want landing on this site? Try to be as detailed as possible. Now, I have to give credit to Frank Kern for this, because this was something that he really did a good job in his Mass Control product of really getting people to focus on, and it was an absolutely wonderful thing that I did for myself. And what I ended up doing was writing a whole plan based around that. But I encourage everyone listening to this, but especially you, Stephanie, because we're talking about your blogging now, understand who your perfect client is. Who's the perfect customer? Who's the perfect landing person to land on your blog that you really want to speak to, that you want to target? Because that's going to help you understand your voice and everything of how you're going to speak to people. Now, the third thing is, pick a target and focus on that. Don't sit there and have such a closed target that it doesn't make room for free speech. So what I mean is, let's say, for example, that your main focus is going to be on, I don't know, we'll say fasting. We'll just pick something, or some wellness topic for general wellness. That doesn't mean, however, that you can't occasionally put in some home business MLM topic. But you're going to have to understand that if your main goal is to talk to people that are suffering, say they have some intestinal issue, and you want to talk about how that's your main focus at first, well, then all of a sudden throw in an MLM post, that's going to really confuse the person. So you're going to want to talk to them about how, and just, why this topic of MLM is pretty important in retrospect to the whole general theme of the blog. Now, that's kind of hard for me to even say, because I would never build a health and wellness blog that I would mix in MLM and internet marketing and everything, because they're just so completely different. I'd recommend you have two blogs, one that might be your internet marketing focus and one that might be your wellness focus, because the audience is going to get conflicting messages either way. So what I'm going to have you do is, number one, you're going to clearly define what is the purpose for your business with this blog. Number two, you're going to clearly understand who your target audience is, and you're going to tell us. You're going to put it in a comment below of who your target audience is, who your perfect customer is. And then number three, you're going to pick a niche to start with. You're going to focus in. It could be herbs, it could be food. You see, you have all these different categories here. You really want to just focus in one area to get started. Now, that does not mean whatsoever that that's going to be all you do. No, it's just to get you started so that you can plan things, so that you can implement things, so you can focus things. Because when you come to the promotion side, if you have a whole bunch of main categories, you're going to eventually want to promote each of those categories, but you need to do it in a structured manner, and that's what I recommend anyway. So I'm going to recommend that you do these three things, because the whole entire purpose after the next lesson is, once we know these, we're going to want to redesign the look of your blog. Because right now, for example, let's just say that your blog is just about building leads as a wellness person. Maybe that's your main business. Well, I'm coming here, there's nothing personal. I don't see any pictures of you. I don't see anything really focusing on health. You really want to be able to give the first 20-second impression exactly on that. So please listen to what I said. I hope that this series turns out really well. So again, what I'm going to ask you to do is, in the comment below, and you can also email me because you have your email address, answer those specific questions, and then we'll take it to the next step.